Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. Sorry, I planned on doing this sooner. I wanted to do it immediately. I just get too much going on. Anyway, I'd like to explain real quick. This is non-exact science. We communicate the best way we can, so sometimes you got to stretch it outside the box a little bit. It's not always exact. It won't give me all the details, and I've asked them not to give me any details of the way they passed because some of them got so horrific I just cried too much. So, my dog's whining. Sorry. First thing he does is well, first he's like put some kind of gel or something on his whisker. Like, let me shut the dog up. Sorry. It's not like, I don't think it's gel. I think it's like something to slick his beard up because he's spiffed up. He's spiffed up for this reading, so he got it all shiny and soft, and so I don't know if he used to put some stuff on it, like when he went out or something. I think he's trying to validate it's him. Part of it, he got spiffed up for you. Oh, he says he even put on a clean shirt, a nice shirt. Like he would do when he actually took you out, is what he said. So he takes his beer, he's got a can of beer, slams it on the table, and then I want to say shotguns it, but he didn't put the hole in the side to shotgun it. He had an open can of beer and he slammed it on the table and then just downed it. Just drank it till it was gone. But I keep hearing the word shotgunned it. I can't shotgun a beer. It makes me throw up. He says, what a dumb fucking thing to do. Definitely don't advise it. Stupid. It's stupid. He says, if I could reach my own ass, I would kick myself in the ass. He says, I don't know why we think this is a solution to the problem. I can be such a dumbass. Now, know that he's not up there kicking himself in the ass, because when we leave, we go through a process where they peel us like an onion. They strip all of the heavy, negative, feeling like a dumbass, guilt. He said he still has guilt, so he's not totally cleansed yet, if you want to call it that. Where they literally get rid of all that heavy stuff that we get down here, that we hold on to. He says, like a dumbass. But they take that off of us. They cleanse us. They get rid of all the negative feelings, the heavy, heavy feelings, because when you get there, you're supposed to be light and bright. Vibration is supposed to raise. So he's evidently not done with his process, which doesn't matter here nor there as far as any of this. He's still got some of the anger, but it's towards himself. But that's something that they will take care of. There's angels, guides, whatever up there to cleanse our soul, our spirit, so that we don't keep that kind of stuff. he says he doesn't want you keeping any of that either, because it's not for us to keep. It's for us to learn from. He wants to go home. Not here. He wants to go home. He wants, they usually don't care what you do with the body, the ashes, whatever he is. They don't care, because that's just our soul's vehicle that we use while we're down here. We no longer need it once we're gone. It's just like a car for us. He wants his to go home. So I have no clue, what you guys are doing with it. Did he smoke? Smoke something? Because I'm getting the smell of smoke, which you will smell mostly in your house. He's saying very strong there. But you can also be outside, in your car, in the store. Doesn't matter where you're at when you get that whiff of whatever it was he smoked. Also, something about work dirt. Something about work dirt. So I don't know if he had a job where he worked with his hands. It's like greasy, oily, gasoline, diesel, that kind of work smell. Not BO. It's work dirt, he's calling it. That's what I call it. There's nothing wrong with work dirt. So you will also smell those stale, he says, and could be sweaty. So he must have done some kind of manual labor. And it doesn't have to be his 9-to-5 paycheck job either. It could be maybe what he did on the weekends or something when he worked. Maybe he worked outside around the house, or, anything. Anyway, I know that's being a little vague, so we got to stretch it outside the box a little bit. You will also smell that. And whenever you smell or get a sign, validate him, acknowledge him, tell him you love him, and ask him to bring you more if you want more. That's your free will choice. Tell him he's welcome. Tell him you're not ashamed of him, he says. Invite him into the house if that's what you want. Oh, hell. Brandon's butting in. So tell Mama Brandon's butting in. He's kicking him in the ass for him. He's giving a thumbs up. He says, I got this shit. I love Brandon. Tell Mom I said hi. Tell Mom I've got this. You need to butt out, buddy. This isn't your turn. He's good at butting in on stuff. He's laughing hysterically at me. He laughs at me all the time. Okay, I don't know how many kids you have or how many kids he has. It's something about 2 of them. So if there's more, it's mostly the 2. So watch the youngest ones, small children, animals, see them, hear them. No problem, because nobody's told them that they can't do that. We've all had our imaginary friends when we were little, whether we remember them or not. They weren't imaginary. So 2 of them are going to see him and totally interact with him. One of them is a very, very small boy. Little. So watch for these kids to, of course they're going to talk about him, but like maybe point, or like maybe take their cookie and hold it up in the air for him to eat. Things like that. Maybe wave at him, and there's nothing there. So they're going to see him and interact with him, and it's totally up to you whether you want to shut it down or not. When they get to be about 9 or 10, then kids usually start shutting it down because they start looking around going, yeah, people are going to say I'm crazy if I tell them I can see my imaginary friend or my grandma who's gone, and then pretty much society shuts us down. And my parents said, stop that, you can't have an imaginary friends. So just watch the kids, don't coach them, just know that when they're doing that, and tell him thank you, that that he's there, that's a sign from him. If you don't want him there, tell him you're not welcome here. That's your free will choice. But he will be a very good guardian for the kids. He said, and he's going to be a guide for at least one of them. He's going to be a guide, and he will walk beside him and hold their hand. He says, know that things look different up here. I won't do the same dumb shit I did down there. He says, you get kind of an instant knowing. But I've asked my medium friend before, I said, don't we just automatically know everything when we get up there? She goes, no, it doesn't work like that, Rhonda. But he has an instant knowing about something, about what he should or shouldn't have done, or what he should do with this child. Trying to see. Oh, they make my head itch. Sorry. I look like I have bugs sometimes when I do readings because the energy makes my head itch. So Brandon's back behind him again. Butt out. Butt out, man. And he's going knock, knock, knock. Knock, knock, knock. Brandon's kind of trying to knock, knock, knock on his head. But he's not. It's like he's knock, knock, knock in the air. I don't know. Listen for a knock, knock, knock. Like 3 knock, 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 knock. But that's Brandon doing it. He says, oh, he's going to show him how to do it. He's going to teach him. He's going to teach him how it needs to be done. Brandon's good at it. Little hair of the dog. Know that I love you, and I did not mean for it to come out this way. I did not mean for it to happen this way. Something about he was just totally angry over the top or something. Just, it's kind of like, fuck it. But I will say too, before we come down here, we actually plan our exit point. I don't know that we always exactly plan how we're going to leave, but we plan our exit point. Could be when you're 1 day old, could be when you're 100 years old. He said he cheated his, but there's a timeline in there. He said he still had a ways to go. He cheated it. You're not supposed to do that. Now I have to come back and do it all over again. Damn it. So if we don't stay and learn the lessons we're supposed to learn, we will have to come back, because we're here for our soul's growth, and that might be a little too much to put out there this time. Know that I love you. Know that I have nothing against you. Know that you're safe. Know that I'm not going to hurt you. And I think he's talking about in a way that kind of like I was afraid one of my family members would come back and because he didn't like me and come back and do something, but that's not happening, and he's not going to do anything that would hurt anybody. So if anybody has an idea like that, he's saying no. Somebody must have thought of it, or he wouldn't be bringing it up. Okay, he's not giving me like who he saw first. All I've got is Brandon butting in. I love that boy. So anyway, that might be for another reading. I'm gonna make this quick. I got to get caught up. I have to. He wants to grab you and give you a great big hug and tell you that he's sorry. He's sorry he put this on you. He's sorry. He's calling himself a dumb shit. Brandon's kicking him in the butt. They're throwing beer cans at each other. I wouldn't expect anything different from Brandon. He doesn't hold anything back. Okay. I'm going to leave them to throw their beer cans at each other. Much love to you, my dears. So just listen or for the smells and the sound, the knock, knock, knock. Not sure that's going to be coming from Brandon or Austin. Okay. Much love to you, my dear. Here's my little quickie. Gotta go. Thank you for allowing me to be his voice. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. Later.